Welcome student. Today we will take one more question of quadratic equation, and this question came in JEE Advanced and it came in RMO also. So very good question. I will try to give you three approaches for this question. I will solve one first approach completely and the other two approach. See, the idea is why I am taking three approaches is you should start thinking on different angle. One question can be solved in different ways. It's your comfort zone which you want, and I hope so that if you particularly like a particular method, then it will be useful for you to crack that, to solve that question using that method, because that will really help you to crack the question in the less time. Important is time, whether it is a JEE Advanced, whether it is a CAT or any other exam, important is time. So this question came in a quadratic equation question once again, and it came in JEE Advanced and RMO. Okay, so let us start with the first approach. First approach is something which we have done earlier also. It's a quadratic polynomial, and we have seen its special case because all the coefficients are 1 and all the signs are positive. Fine. So I'm damn sure that we are going to get all the four roots which are complex. We are going to get all complex root, because since there is a plus sign also, there is no positive root, there is no positive value of x which will satisfy this. Then there is another possibility, negative. So if we check for negative, then I can see that if I replace x with minus x, so it will be negative, it is positive, it is positive, it will be negative, and it is positive. So there will be 1, 2, 3, 4 sign change. That means maximum 4 possible negative roots, but my experience says that it will be 0 negative roots, it will be all the 4 complex roots. That's why we have used that Descartes rule, and I told many times that if there are possibility of 4 roots, then it could be either 2 or 0 also, decreased by even number of times. So let us see how we can get the answer. Fine. So I am breaking it like ax square plus bx plus 1 into in place of ax square, can I take x square only, because it is x power 4 only. So it will be it is having coefficient 1. So let us take 1 only. So x square, and let it be a here and b here. X square plus bx plus 1 is equal to 0. We can break it like that. Someone can ask me that why can't we have minus 1 and minus 1 here? That too is a very good idea, very good approach. That is again a possibility, because if you put minus 1 here and minus 1 here, ultimately minus 1 into minus 1 plus 1. So you can try that also, but let us try first with this. If this works, okay, fine. Then if it doesn't work, then we can go with that approach also. Fine. So again I am repeating what I have done. X square coefficient is 1 here also. So I just taken x square not ax square. In earlier question we took it a and b over here, or a and a, but here it is not required. We just focus on the part which is required for us. Now after that, ax here and plus 1 and plus 1. Let me just work out further. So I am just clubbing it together in individual multiplication, so that gives me x power 4. See here 3 terms and here 3 terms, so in total individual multiplication will give us 9 terms. So x power 4 plus x square into x bx, so x cube b, plus x square into 1 is x square, plus ax into x square is ax cube, plus abx square, plus ax into 1 is ax only, and 1 into this is all this, x square plus bx plus 1 is equal to 0. Fine. Let me club out the like term, x power 4, then I have this is x cube term, this is x cube term, so I can write down plus a plus b times x cube. Then I have x square term, and x square term. So I can say that 1 plus 1, 2 plus ab, 2 plus ab times x square, and then I left with ax plus bx, so that means plus a plus b times x, and finally 1. Now just check out x power 4 coefficient matches, constant matches. Now the rest we just need to compare and we need to just correlate it. Fine. So what will happen? X cube coefficient is 1. So I can compare and say a plus b will be equal to 1. Then x square coefficient is 1. So I can say that 2 plus ab equal to 1 because here it is 1. Then coefficient of x is a plus b. Coefficient of x is 1. So it is a plus b is equal to 1. But it is of no use because we already got the same relation. We already got the same relation. So it is of no use. So we are interested in these two. Let us try what will be the next step. So I can have a plus b is equal to 1 and ab is equal to 1 minus 2 minus 1. So this is just like a quadratic. In quadratic splitting the middle term, if you remember, it is sum of the two term and the product of the two term, and we need to break it out accordingly. So let me convert this into the quadratic. Let me just take down the variable as p. So it is p square. It is minus p because sum of the 0 is 1. So coefficient of p is 1 and product of the 0 is minus 1. So it is like this. It is this quadratic, p square minus p minus 1. So we can't have the split for this. So let us solve this using formula method. And we know that our formula is ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. Standard form of quadratic gives the values of the root as minus b plus or minus under root of b square minus 4ac upon 2a. We have done it earlier also. Okay, fine. So here a is 1. Here the coefficient of b square. Don't compare this a with this a. Both are different. So here a is 1 and b is minus 1 and c is also minus 1 according to that. So what will be the value of p? It is minus b, so it is plus 1, minus of minus 1 is plus 1, plus or minus, it is again 1 square, minus 1 square, minus 4 into 1 into minus 1 upon 2a2 into 1, 2. So it gives me 1 plus or minus, this is plus 4 and plus 1. Oh, great. So it's coming a golden ratio. I hope that you know about golden ratio. In mathematics, it is known as golden ratio. In some way, I will just talk about this golden ratio in one of the video. Fine. So once again, see, it is sum of the 0 was 1. Sum of the 0, a plus b is my 0. So b square minus p minus 1. So my b value here, comparing with this, will give me minus 1 value. So minus b gives me 1 plus or minus this way. So it is p is equal to 1 plus or minus root 5 upon 2. Now this, if we solve this, if we just solve this, what will happen? It is p value. Now what actually is p? It is nothing but we have converted into quadratic form, so it is a and b only. So I can consider a to be 1 plus root 5 by 2 and b to be 1 minus root 5 by 2, something like that. Fine. Now this is not my answer. This is not at all my answer because I just got the value of a and b. I need to put it in this relation. I need to put this value in this relation. Before that, just once again we can go and check whether any mistake is there. So we have divided this into these two parts. Fine, that is fine. Then integer multiplication gives me comparison of coefficient of x power 4 is 1. X cube gives me a plus b and x square gives me 1 plus 1, 2 plus ab times x square. Then your x will be here and here. So a plus b times x and plus 1 is equal to 0. And then when I am comparing this with this, so x power 4 matches, 1 matches. Now x cube coefficient is 1, x cube coefficient is a plus b, x coefficient is 1, a plus b, so there is repetition, so we can avoid that. Now x square coefficient is 1 and this one. So we have to just work on this two. So I can write down ab is equal to 1 minus 2 as minus 1. So I have these two cases, and using this we can come to some conclusion that it's a quadratic of this plane where sum of the 0 is 1, see this, and the product of the 0 is minus 1. Fine. So when we solve that, it is something like this form. So a will be 1, b will be minus 1, so minus b will be minus of minus 1, so plus 1, and we are getting something like this. So this is the values of a and b. Now what actually was a and b is something we got here. So we'll just put down here. So it's coming x square plus, in place of a it is 1 plus root 5 by 2 times x plus 1, and x square plus 1 minus root 5 by 2 times x plus 1 is equal to 0. That is something we are getting. Now this biquadratic or quadratic is converted into factors of 2 quadratic. So we have to solve that because we can't keep it like that. So let me just work it out doing little cross and all that. So it gives me, or just keep it like that and compare it with that ax square plus bx plus c. So I am starting with this, solving for the two zeros x1 and x2. So what will be that? Minus b. So it will be minus of 1 plus root 5 by 2 because this is complete b. We are comparing with the general rule. So minus b plus or minus under root of b square minus 4 into 1 into 1. So it is like that, and upon 2a. So it is 2. So let us solve this first. So what will be that? I am just solving it here. 1 plus root 5. So it's a plus b whole square identity. So it is a square plus b square plus 2ab upon 4 minus 4. Fine. A plus b whole square identity I am using. And doing this cross, so it is 6 plus 2 root 5 minus 16 upon 4. So it is 2 root 5, 6 and minus 16 gives you minus 10 upon 4. I can cancel 2, so it will be root 5 minus 5 upon 2. That is something I am getting. That is something I am getting for this. So it will be minus 1 plus root 5 upon 2 and plus minus. See this is nothing but a negative answer because root 5 is always smaller than 5, and this is something inside the bracket. So I am getting it negative. So we know that under root of minus 1 is nothing but I. So this negative we will adjust it and I will just keep it like that. 5 minus root 5 upon 2 and outside it is I and whole divided by 2. Whole divided by 2. So in this way you got your answer. This is your solution. So this is first solution. This is first solution. It's a quadric. It's a quadric, so it should have maximum 4 zeros. And I told in the beginning that all the 4 will be complex. So out of that we got plus and minus. So 2 roots we got, and other 2 will be we can get from here. Fine. We just solve this to get this 2 root. Similarly, we can solve this to get another 2 root, and I hope that you can manage this because it is same as that of this approach. The only thing is in place of plus here it is minus. So in this way, of course, you are going to get the negative under root, so that will be complex root. So in total, you are getting 4 roots. So let me just solve that one also here. So what will happen? B square will be 1 minus root 5. So 1 plus root 5, 1 plus 5 minus 2 root 5 upon 4, and then it is minus 4 like this. See, in place of plus it was minus here. So a minus b whole square identity says that a square plus b square minus 2ab, so it is minus root 5 upon 4 minus 4, and when you solve that ultimately it will be minus in that case, and it will be minus, and it is minus 10, and of course both are minus, so it is totally minus. So you will get your answer to be here. I am writing that answer minus 1 minus root 5 upon 2 plus or minus, this is 5 plus root 5 because both are negative, so minus can be taken out as I upon 2 and whole upon 2. So 2 plus 2, 4 solution, 4 complex solution you got. So this is something, an approach which many knows, that we can factorize it and write it down in this format. Here I am giving you 2 more approaches. I hope that that will be more fascinating for you compared to this one, because earlier also we have done many questions based on this. I will give you some approaches where it will give you a wacky approach that this way also you can solve this relation. So you can think over such kind of question accordingly. It's a special quadratic equation. All roots, all the terms are positive and all having coefficient 1. It's a special. So before starting the next approach, I will just tell you one thing, that you have something called x cube minus 1 as x minus 1 into x square plus x plus 1. This factorization identity, you know, x cube minus 1 is equal to x minus 1 times x square plus x plus 1. I am using this here. The only thing is, in place of x square plus x plus 1, I have this big expression. So what will happen? I will multiply both the sides by x minus 1. In this relation, this is a very wacky approach. In this relation, I am multiplying both the sides by x minus 1. So when I am multiplying by x minus 1, of course 0 into anything is 0. What will happen? It will give me the result like this. But one thing is clear, make a note of this. When you are multiplying with x minus 1, one thing is clear, that if you equate x minus 1 with 0, so you are getting x is equal to 1. So x is equal to 1 can't be the solution, because you can't multiply by 0 both sides. That is a mathematical truth, that you can't multiply both the sides by 0. Here if I put x is equal to 1, then in that case I am multiplying both the sides by 0, so that is not acceptable. So you can avoid x is equal to 1, so you can mention that x is not equal to 1. Fine. Now just observe this pattern. You don't need to solve this, just observe this pattern, what answer you are getting. Similarly, simple, this is your relation, x to the power 5 minus 1. This is your relation, as simple as that. Now the beauty starts from here. X is equal to 1 is one of the solutions. Check out, if you put x is equal to 1, 1 minus 1, 0. But we can't take that. So out of 5 possible solutions, one solution has gone. So see, left are 4. And see, when you are talking about this relation, it will be a fifth root of unity. It's like a fifth root of unity. Cube root of unity concept you will learn in complex number. It is something called as fifth root of unity. A little part of complex number I am going to take here. So it's a fifth root of unity. When you solve this question, you have to follow some different approach. You can write down this one as e to the power 2 pi I. It's a complex. And that 1 is also equal to, in trigonometric form, cos 2 pi plus I sin 2 pi. 1 is also equal to, you will see this in complex number topic. We call it argument and all that. Now just cross check quickly. 2 pi means 360 degree, cos 360 is 1 and sin 360 is 0. So it is 1 plus 0, ultimately 1. Similarly, you can write down this in the exponential form as e to the power 2 pi I. Now I am taking fifth root of both sides. Fifth root. So what will happen when I will take fifth root? So it will become x and it will become e to the power 2 pi I, and the fifth root means power 1 by 5, or simply I can say upon 5. In spite of giving so many brackets and all that, simply we can say like this. X is equal to e to the power 2 pi I upon 5. So that is your solution. You can expand it further in terms of trigonometry. But before that, I will give you one graphical approach for this. So what is a graphical approach? Let me just rub this portion because it will take a little much of space. So let me just rub this portion. Yeah. So graphical approach is what? That the roots, I will take it separately, graphical approach also. This is the solution. This is a point, x is equal to 1, and we have to discard that point. Now what's happened? We know that it should have 4 zeros and those will be complex. So those zeros you will get somewhere here, 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 something like that. They will not touch the real x-axis, that is Descartes' Cartesian coordinate system, because we are not getting the real root for this equation. X is equal to 1 is one of the 0 which is touching here, but it is not giving you the case. See, and this is, don't say x is equal to minus 1 will be also there. It is just a graphical representation, that's why I am taking it. We will see whether we are getting this point or not. We will see it. So x is equal to e to the power 2 pi I by 5. So this 2 pi by 5 is your argument. So I am putting now in terms of this. Fine. So my answer will be, I can just play with the angle. So it is cos 2 pi by 5 is here. 2 pi by 5 plus I sin 2 pi by 5. That is something I am writing. Now what will happen? I should get 4 solutions. Fine. So what could be those 4 solutions? So that is first solution. Second solution is cos C. What will 2 pi? 2 pi by 5. If you just know the conversion of radian, so it is 360 upon 5 is 72 degree. So 72 degrees somewhere here. That's why I told. So next will be somewhere here. Next will be somewhere here. Next will because they are they are complex. I am taking the symmetric because they are complex, and we know that complex roots always found in pair, in conjugate pair. We have seen those 2 answers in the last set. So they were plus minus only. So they are always in conjugate pair. So see somewhere you know that something is positive, something is negative. We are not interested in trigonometry right now, but you know this positive, negative, and all that. Fine. So cos 2 pi by 5 plus I sin 2 pi by 5. Second will be cos 4 pi by 5 plus I sin 4 pi by 5. Third will be cos 6 pi by 5 plus I sin 6 pi by 5. Fourth will be cos 8 pi by 5 plus I sin 8 pi by 5. And let me try the fifth one, cos 10 pi by 5. 10 pi by 5, 10 by 5 is 2, cos 2 pi plus I sin 2 pi, this one. But this gives me solution 1 and we don't want 1. So, we will not consider this one. So, these are your 4 solutions, and believe me, it is same as that of the 4 solution which we got in the first case. The only thing is, see, here we can represent it on graphical approach. 4 pi by 5, it is 36 4s are 144. So see, this is your first quadrant, this 144 will come here. This angle will be of measure 144. And this will be 36 6 are 216. So 216 will be here. Its pi is over, see, it is bigger than pi, 1 pi. It is pi plus pi by 5. So it will be in the third quadrant, it is the fourth quadrant. So in this way you got this 4 solution of the given relation. So in 2 different ways we have given the solution, but both are complex, both are same. Fine. So this is the second approach to solve this equation. Now the third approach I will just let you know the approach and you will understand it very easily. So our question was x power 4 plus x cube plus x square plus x plus 1 is equal to 0. Now in this particular approach, what I can do, in spite of solving it in any of the way which we have done in first 2 cases, I will just look at this and divide the whole relation by x square. So what will happen in that case? It will be x square plus x plus 1 plus 1 upon x plus 1 upon x square is equal to 0. Now I will make a pair. This pair x square plus 1 upon x square, and then this pair plus x plus 1 upon x plus 1 is equal to 0. Fine. I hope that somewhere in 9th standard polynomial topic you would have done this. Now I can substitute x plus 1 upon x with something, but here it is not x plus 1 upon x, so I can convert this in that form. I can write it like x plus 1 upon x whole square. How? Check out, the expansion is x square plus 1 upon x square, that is there, but I got extra plus 2. I got extra plus 2, the middle term twice ab. So plus 2 which I got, I will adjust it. So it will be like this. It will be like this, and obviously finally if you want to substitute x plus 1 upon x as p, so it will be y square plus y minus 1 is equal to 0. Y square plus y minus 1. So it's a quadratic. You can solve it. That is something an extra step. You can directly say x plus 1 upon x is equal to. Don't need to convert this into y and all that. Directly you can see, because you can see on the face that it's a quadratic. So by using the formula, what will be the value of x plus 1 upon x? That is minus b plus or minus b square minus 4ac upon 2a. So ultimately you guys are getting a negative golden ratio. We will see golden ratio, it is 1 plus or minus 5 by 2. So you are getting this, and of course it is x plus 1 upon x, and then you can solve it further, you will get the same answer. I am not interested to go into this part because you are again getting a quadratic and you can solve it. But here again in this particular session we have seen so many concepts. One more concept I will let you know in the end spite of wasting time in doing cross and converting into quadratic, split, and then for using the formula, the best approach is it is the sum of two reciprocal. Create here sum of two reciprocal. It is possible. I am leaving it for you. Create here sum of two reciprocal. That is the best approach in mathematics to get the answer quickly. It is possible. I can give the clue. You can take minus sign common. You can take minus sign common, and then you can just think about, you can get two numbers here whose sum is just matching with this. Fine. So something like that. I am just quoting one simple example. If you are getting something like x plus 1 upon x is equal to 5 by 2. So you can write down 5 by 2 as 2 plus 1 by 2. So your x value will be 2 as well as x value will be 1 by 2. Fine. So obviously x could be this, x could be this. So that approach, if you will follow to this, you will get your answer same as that of the first case. Because second case, we are directly jumped into the exponential and the trigonometric form. But that too is correct, and this is the third case. Hope so this is fine. So here I have given the three approaches for simple question. Not simple question, it's not a simple question. But I have given three approaches. And question which came in the exam is something like this. Nowadays students know directly looking at the question that there could be real or the complex root. In mains and advanced, JEE mains and JEE advanced, they used to ask the question, find the number of real roots. But here in this question it is quite simple that one can judge that there will be 4 complex roots. Generally they used to ask questions like that, but here when they asked this question, it was asked for the roots, not the number of roots. So you have to find the roots. Fine. Following maybe the roots, that was the question. So out of 4 roots, 4 complex roots, they would have given 1 root or 2 root. So you need to judge that this is the root. So that means you need to go till n. You need to go till n. So out of these 3 methods, whichever method you like, you can just follow that method. And these are there are various approaches depending on the question. In the earlier videos, we have seen different approaches. Now in the next series, next set, I will just take down the quadratic equation, because quadratic is over. You have n number of approaches. We have already taken most of them. Now we will take quadratic equation of very difficult product. Means the split the minimum. I will take all the question of split only. But the point is, it is not that easy to get the split. So we will take varieties, we will take the Vedic matrix, and we will see how quickly we can get the split of those questions. And again, those questions are very, very important from banking exam point of view, government related, MBA, CET, then you have something called CAT, JMET, etc. exams are there where those questions used to be asked. Okay, fine, thank you.